It's every internet kid's dream to make that almighty passive income. Many women will shake their behind and cause generational disgrace to their family for only $30 a day. Just because, oh my god, it's passive income. I make money day and night, even when I'm not working. Oh my god. When they could make 5 times more just working a regular retail job because they're mid. Once you make your first $1 of passive income, you'll realize that you're more addicted to passive income than you are to taking crack. But how can you make fully passive income with only $1,000? This is not, oh my god guys, we're gonna make a Shopify store at $1,000 and then make Facebook ads. That's not passive. You still have to make the store and work for it, you stupid idiot. And these are all actually practical ideas. This isn't go, oh yeah, just make an app because you know how to code, right? Oh yeah, just start a coding academy because you know how to do that, right? Or start a cookbook in a cooking business. Or start up a Mr. Beast Ghost Kitchen and make $6 billion a month. No, they might work for some people, but chances are you're not a hot chick that can sell themselves out on OS or a 99 billion IQ genius. You're just a regular smo watching my video, so like, subscribe. Don't expect to make Lambo money with $1,000. It's just about getting started. You know what I'm saying? You can get the Lambo money later, okay? Let's work on the basics first. Method 1, go buy dividend stock. So a stock, I'm sure you're not an idiot, but a stock is when you buy a small percentage of a company and then generally they'll pay out their profits to their investors as a form of dividend. And depending on the company, you'll be entitled to a percentage of the company's income. So for example, Rio Tinto, one of the big mining companies in Australia, offers a 6% dividend, which means that if you took 30 seconds to invest your $1,000 in Rio Tinto, you would get $60 a year, 100% passive for the rest of your life, which isn't absolutely terrible for putting in absolutely no work. You don't even have to shake your ass. And the best part is the value of the stock can increase, which would increase how much of a dividend you're getting because you're getting 6%. Although generally, if the stock goes up, they will lower dividend because that doesn't mean they automatically have more income. But if the stock goes up, then you're kind of assuming that they made more money, which means that they'll be able to pay out more dividend. So while $60 a year may not be as profitable as selling your feet pics, at least you don't have to pay for a pedicure every week. A lot of investors like dividend stocks because they're super reliable, and generally the companies that give out a higher dividend are the more blue chip type stocks, so generally they're safer investments. And if you live in the US, you can put your dividend stocks within your 401k or your Roth IRA, so you don't have to pay income tax on dividends, because dividends you have to just add to your income, so you have to pay tax on them unless you put them in a retirement type account, which technically you can add them to your super in Australia, but I don't recommend it because we already get tons of money in our super. We're not like these idiots in America that expect to retire with no money. Method 2 is index funds. Now this is a great one for building a lot of money over time with compound interest and things of that nature. It's when you pretty much invest in an entire market. So for example, the S&P 500 index fund is the top 500 US stocks for the price of like $20, $30. And the best part is it's proportionate to the value of the company. So for example, Apple, if it's worth 10% of the S&P 500, your S&P 500 index will be worth 10% Apple. And then when the stock that's only worth like 0.01% of the S&P 500 leaves the S&P 500 and becomes 501th best stock, it'll sell that stock and buy the new 500. So you'd always have the top 500 stocks, which means it's super safe, and it's performed generally better than actively managed hedge funds. Even Warren Buffett recommends them because they generally return 6 to 8% averaged out over 20 years. So 6 to 8% a year averaged out over 20 years. Method 3 is investing in a REIT, a REIT, a real estate investment trust. This is literally just like buying an ETF, but instead you're buying property. So you're just buying a share of either commercial or residential property, and you'll just own a small share of it. They'll also pay their rental profit out as a dividend, and you don't even have to deal with the rental tenants and maintenance and all those kinds of BS. You can invest in a company like Realty Income Corp, which is giving out a 5% dividend and have over 12,400 different properties that they're currently managing. The downside is you're not getting the tax benefits or the benefits that you get from leveraging an investment when you actually buy a real house. But you can still say you own a small percentage of that ginormous skyscraper office building over there. Method 4 is using a bond. Now, a bond is when you give money to a company, state, or government, and they'll borrow your money for a period of time and give you a fixed interest rate. Now, generally, they're not the best investments in terms of return, but they are generally the safest, because if the state or government isn't paying you back after you borrowed their money, then we have bigger problems than your money. Now, companies will generally offer a little bit more money in their bonds, a better interest rate, but they're a little bit more risky, obviously because a company can go bankrupt. But chances are a big Fortune 500 blue chip type company is not going bankrupt in 5 years. You can get bonds from anywhere from like 2 months to 10 years pretty much. So just make sure that you don't think the company's going bankrupt and they'll actually be able to pay you back. Step 5 is start any type of online business. If that's YouTube, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, selling feet pics, or straight hardcore P, or a new side hustle I found out about is an OF agency. That seems pretty lit. Any of these online businesses, that you can eventually escape from, but will still pay you out. Like if you set up an Amazon store and you hire like an employee or two to like manage the inventory and stuff, once you run out of inventory, they'll send it to the warehouse, or you can do it yourself. It'll take like an hour, and then you can just be selling stuff every single day. Or a YouTube channel take a ton of time to set up, but if you have like a catalog like Stephan or someone, you don't even have to post anymore, and you're still pulling like 10,000, 20,000 views a day, and you're making anywhere from $100 to $3,000 day and night without you having to do any extra work. Same as drop shipping, sending applies, all that kind of stuff. You can learn all these side hustles on the internet. God knows how many people are actually profitable with them, but if you can get it profitable, then that's easy money. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. If you have any other ideas of how you can make passive income with only $1,000, the return for the last 5 are infinitely better than all the others. However, it actually takes more time, and it's not 100% passive like the others. Like the others is just you buy and then you get money, but you don't get much money because time is money and you're not putting in time, so you don't get that much money. But hey man, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe as I said, and I'm out. See ya.